Good afternoon, everyone, family and friends. I welcome you back to my channel. My name is Dr. Bisaya Tokiti, and today I would also be taking you through a special series of the statistical method or introduction to statistics. I've started my lectures and I've got a lot of calls from students that they don't have any topic or any video on introduction to statistics, and that is why I want to use this opportunity to make the video so that all my loved ones can have access to the video. And today we'll be looking at introduction to statistics. What are the things we need to know? One, we want to know the meaning of statistics. We want to know how applicable statistics is. We also want to know the origin. We want to know the growth. We want to know some definitions. We also want to know how we can use statistics and statistical method interchangeably. We want to know if statistics is a science or an art. We also want to know the functions of statistics. We want to know the scope of statistics. We would also look at some limitations and the distrust of statistics. Basically, statistics, as we all know, is synonymous with figures. And over the years, we have said that facts and figures about any phenomenon is statistics, whether it relates to population or production or graduating list or admission list or profit or sales or national income or death rate or birth rate, or like I said, graduation list, and like that. Any other matter as it concerns to facts and figures are called statistics. Also, statistics is synonymous with figure. Everybody assumes that when you say statistics, it is calculation. When you say statistics, not even as an assumption, people believe that once you talk about statistics, it is very close or related to mathematics. So usually people get this they are usually scared of, because it is synonymous with figure. Also, statistics means numerical information expressed in quantitative terms. Numerical information that are expressed in quantitative terms. Like I said, numerical, that is quantitative information expressed, or numerical information expressed in quantitative terms. And it could be anything. It could be admission list, like I said earlier. It could be graduating list. It could be hostel list or roll call. It could be class list or attendance. It could be profit in an organization. It could be number of sales. It could be number of subjects or courses you are offering this semester. It could be anything that is synonymous with figure. And also, we can say to students, how do we define statistics? One, we say the first thing is statistics is a subject. Just like you offer economics, you offer mathematics, you offer accounting, you offer introduction to business, you offer finance. Statistics is also known as a subject. So it is not far-fetched. It is not a mirage. Statistics is a subject like any other subject you offer in the university. We can also say statistics is a discipline. We all know that apart from is a course in a department, statistics is also a course in a university. Like many of us are studying business administration, some of us are studying entrepreneurship, some of us are studying accounting, some are studying finance, some are studying economics, some are studying political science, some are studying governance, some are studying literature, some are studying English. The same way some come to the university to study statistics. Then it is also it also deals with, it also deals with data. Statistics has developed appropriate method of collecting, presenting, summarizing, and analyzing data, and this consists all the methods that are involved in statistics. But there are many definitions, lots of definition, but I'll just mention a few for us to understand what statistics is. One, statistics is a body of method of obtaining and analyzing data in order to base decision on them. I take again, it is a body of method of obtaining and analyzing. The first thing is you have to obtain such data. By the time you are obtaining, they are still in their raw form. It is when it is analyzed and processed, it becomes facts and figure or information. So statistics is a body of method of obtaining and analyzing data in order to base a decision on them. Then I also said that statistics refers to quantitative information. They are synonymous with figures, or is a method of dealing with quantitative information. Then the next sub-heading we'll look at is application of statistics. To me, virtually all fields of life make use of statistics. There is hardly, I'm using the word hardly so that we don't say, okay, if there is one or two, but I doubt if there is no field of life that does not make use of statistics. Let's say, for example, is it business management or business administration? Are you talking about accounting or finance, industrial relation, insurance, public administration, anthropology, statistics as a course itself, management or management technology, marketing, LMS, enterprise creation, economics, agric, psychology, engineering, medicine, education? No matter what field of life you are representing, at one point or the other, you have to count. Let's take the university system, for example. If the university system is admitting students into all departments of the university, and don't forget, in the same university, we have Yoruba, people that comes to study Yoruba, people that comes to study Arabic, people that comes to study English, people that comes to study business, accounting, finance, engineering, some science courses, agric, education, name it. At every point in time, whether you are in Yoruba or business or engineering, or you are in English or Arabic study, at one point or the other, the school has to admit students into those departments. The school have to graduate students out of those departments. So at every point, you are dealing with figures, because at a point, we know the number of students that were admitted. At another point, we know the number of students that are graduating. At one point or the other, as a lecturer, you get to the class and tell the student or the class representative to give you the list of students that are available in that class. That is all that is all a statement of fact, or they are quantitatively inclined. So there is no way you want to graduate a student in your department and you don't know the specific number of students you are graduating. You don't know the specific number of students that are graduating with first class, or that are graduating with 2-1, or that are graduating with 2-2, or that are graduating with third class, or number of students that are withdrawn at one point or the other. So there is hardly any fields of life that does not make use of statistics. Virtually all the fields of life make use of statistics, and this is evident because of some of these reasons. One, statistics method is generally in general and nothing but a refinement of our everyday thinking, our life as a whole. Don't forget that if, for example, I have 10,000, and while I was coming, I bought for 5,000, and at another point, I did another thing with the money. By the time I get home, I want to see how much have I spent, how much is remaining, what have I done with the balance of the money that I have. So in general, they are nothing but a refinement of everyday thinking. Then also, statistics is useful in diverse fields of life, like we have said in the application of statistics. Then another point is that statistics is usually not studied for its own sake. Rather, it is widely employed as a tool, and it is a highly viable one in the analyzing of problem in management or social sciences, or in sciences, or in life situation, whether in natural or physical science, or business, or any field of life. Then also, statistics often assumes its greatest importance in the study of basic information and business operation. Then another point we'll look at is the origin and growth of statistics. Statistics are is more than a century old already, and we can trace their origin to some of these words, and or their roots to some of these words. And the first word I would say we can trace statistics to is called static, and static means status in Latin. Another word we have been able to trace statistics to is called statistics, and it means stato. It is an Italian word. Then another word we can trace statistics to is called statistical, and it means statistic in German. I've said three things and where they originated from and the meaning. So I take again one. The first one is static. It originated from Latin and it means status. The second one is statistic. It originated from Italy and it means stato. The last one is statistical. It originated from Germany and it means statistic, meaning K is the last word. K is the last word. Then also the first word that we can trace the origin of statistic to is called statics, that originated from Latin. And the first place it was used was in the famous play of Shakespeare named Hamlet of 1602 and Cymbeline of 1610. Those were the two places or two plays that at the origin exhibited some that at origin used static, and you can trace statistics to that origin. There are some others, like we said, the word statistics on the other hand is known to have been used for the first time in Element of Universal Erudition by Brian J.F. Another textbook. One of its chapters is entitled Statistics, and it contains a definition of the subject, the science that teaches us what is the political arrangement of the known world. So I've said two things now. The origin of statistics. One, it originated from the word statics, is a Latin word that means status. Then another one is statistics, is an Italian word that means stato. Then the third one is statistics, is a German word that means statistics. And the first place that statistics has ever been mentioned those years back was in the play of Shakespeare of 1602 and 1610. Then another book written by Brian J.F. Then what are the main sources of statistics now? The main sources of statistics can be traced to two main sources. The first one is called governmental records. Even the earliest foundation, or back those days that some of us were not even born, the only trace of statistical record or history of statistics are governmental records. So the first source of statistics is governmental record. Then the second source of statistics is mathematics. The second source of statistics is mathematics, and we know that mathematics is used to represent the body of statistical method, which has emerged in those olden days. Then another important element is the growth of statistics, and statistics is now regarded as one of the most important tools for taking decision in the midst of uncertainty, or is one of the most important tool to enhance our decision making ability. And there is hardly any branch of sciences, management sciences, social sciences, humanity, that does not make use of statistics, like I said earlier. And these are some of the reasons that has led to the increase, or that has led to the development of statistics in modern times. And one of such factor is one, increased demand for statistics. Now the world is going global, and everything you need to do, you have to calculate, you have to estimate, you have to project in facts and in figures. Then also another thing that has led to the use of statistics in modern time is is increased problem of business accuracy. Many businesses are opening up by the day, and they want accuracy. And for them to get this accuracy, start some of the elements or methods of statistics has to be applied. Then also a large responsibility, maybe through the government, maybe through institutions, maybe through state, local, or federal government, maybe through corporations of the world, transnational, multinational, international corporation, businesses. Increased responsibility has increased, population has increased, number of students has increased. So because of increased responsibility, the last time I was on campus, I know the network was, especially on Monday, the network is usually very unstable. And why? Because the population on Monday, the classes we have on Monday are many. So many students are on campus. Let's say 80% of the total students are most likely to be available on Monday. So there is pressure on the network. So you can't even call or reach out or send messages. But the other day that was on Thursday, the network was very good because the number of students that were present on campus was not as much as that of Monday. Then also, the cost of statistics has also drastically reduced. There are many online courses that you can have access to, that you can train on, and that can help you on your day-to-day transaction. Then computerization technology, the www.com2 has increased the use of statistics. Then also another thing we need to know, I've said some definition of statistics. There are other definition here. I've said is a subject just as mathematics. I've said is a method of obtaining and analyzing data in order to base decision on them. Then is also a branch of statistical scientific method used in dealing with phenomena that can be described numerically. Then statistics can also be interchangeably used as statistical method. But most importantly, the Webster dictionary defines statistics as tiled classified facts representing tiled condition of people in the states, especially those facts which can be stated in numbers or in tables, that is in row or in column or in any tabular or classified arrangement. The Webster dictionary defines statistics as a tiled classified fact representing tiled condition of people in or within a state, especially for those which can be stated in numbers or in tables of number, that is in rows or in column or in any tabular or classified arrangement. Then Yall and Kada also define statistics as a quantitative data affected to a marked extent by multiplicity of causes. Then also Boley defined statistics as the science of counting. He also said statistics may be rightly called the science of average. He also said statistics is the science of measurement of social organism regarded as a whole in all its manifestation. Then Boddington defines statistics as the science of estimate and probability. The science of estimate and probability. King defines statistics as the science of statistics in the method of judging collective, natural, or social phenomena from the result obtained by the analysis or enumeration or collection of estimates. Then Seligman said statistics is a science that deals with the method of collecting, classifying, representing, comparing, and interpreting numerical data collected to throw some light on any inquiry. Then Spiegel defines statistics that it is highlighting its role in decision making, particularly under uncertainty. But there is this important definition by Professor Orris, and it defines statistics as aggregate of facts that is affected by multiplicity of causes, numerically expressed or estimated according to a reasonable standard of accuracy, collected in a systematic manner for a predetermined purpose, and it's placed in relation to each other. I take the definition of Professor Ori secret again. It says statistics are aggregate of facts. One, that they are affected by multiplicity of causes, that the results of statistics can be affected by many things. Then they are numerically expressed. We have said that before. They are quantitative in nature, and they can only be expressed in quantitative terms. Then they are also estimated according to a reasonable standard of accuracy. Then also collected in a systematic or a scientific manner for a specific purpose. Then it can also be used for comparison. The first one is they are aggregate of facts. They are affected by multiplicity of causes. They are numerically or quantitatively expressed. The third one, they are estimated according to a reasonable standard of accuracy. The fourth one, they are collected in a systematic manner. The fifth one, they are for a predetermined purpose, but for a specific purpose. That's the sixth one. Then they are placed in relation to each other. That is, it is used for comparison. It is used for comparison. It is used for comparison. Then also another important thing we need to know is the analysis of statistics parameters or statistical parameters. Analysis of statistical parameter. There is a short word for that, and it's called COPAI. COPAI is COPAI. It means collection, organization, presentation, analysis, and interpretation of statistical data. I take again, analysis of statistics parameter or statistical parameter, and it is called COPAI. COPAI means C-O-P-A then I. C means collection, O means organization or organizing, P means presentation, A means analyzing, then I means interpretation. It means before you can have access to any statistical record, it has to be collected. Then after collection, you have to organize it in systematic manner, maybe in rows or in column, or arrange, classify or classify each into each of the categories or classes. Then you also have to present it in a presentable form, maybe through diagrams or through graphs or through any form you feel it is presentable. Then you also have to analyze the collection, organizing, presentation, then analyze to get your facts, to get your record, to be able to place decision on them, to be able to make a particular decision. Okay, we have collected, this is the total number of students that we admitted this year. Then organize to different departments. They have gone into different then presentation at a particular time. You know that okay, for business admin, this is the number of students we have. For accounting, this is the number of students that we have. For LMS, this is the number of students for each department. We can also represent that in a graph or in diagrams or in tables, rows and in column. Then at a point, as an institution would want to analyze, okay, since we have collected this so number of students in 100 level, okay, by 200 level, if we are adding a direct entry student or IDMB student, this is the number that we'll collect, so that our ratio will be balanced of the JAMB and direct entry will be balanced at the end of the day. Then we have to interpret result or give the result back to maybe the institution, the council, or the Senate, depending on who we are reporting to. So at the point of interpretation, it means we can categorically say, okay, for this department, this is the total number of students we have admitted. For this department, this is total number of students we have admitted. For this other department, this is total number of students that we admit. At every level, in 100 level, this is number. Okay, by the time direct entry is being added to them, you can say this is total number of direct entry we have, and the existing student that came in through JAMB, okay, adding them together, this is total number of students that we have. Then by 300 level, maybe some people are not in good standing, some people are in good standing, some have dropped. You can also categorically say, okay, 300 level, so and so dropped, number of students dropped. Okay, some people were caught for exam malpractices, and so they were sent out of the school. Okay, some people deferred their admission. Okay, by 400 level, this is the total number of students that will be graduating. Some people are also included in 400 level, but they have not made the minimum requirement for graduation. So at 400 level, we are giving out the list, interpreting, okay, these are the total number of students that enter, these are the total number of students that are graduating, the ones that are graduating in first class, 2-1, 2-2, and third class. Then, is statistics a science or an art? To me, statistics is both a science or an art, because at a point we have to systematically collect all those data, and being systematic or scientific is science. Then there are some other aspects of statistics that is an art, that is not completely scientific, and the combination of the two makes statistics to be both a science or an art. Then what are the functions of statistics? I'll mention about 5. One of the functions of statistics is that it presents facts in a true form, or it presents facts in a definite form, or we can say statistics presents figures in definite forms. Then also it helps to simplify large volume of data. Statistics helps to break down, helps to put in each of the classes, and by the time you start representing with tables, with diagrams, with graph, it simplifies large volume of data. Then, like we said, that statistics it facilitates comparison. In the definition of Professor Ory said, is placed in relation to each other. It means it facilitates comparison. It helps you to be able to say, okay, for this department, this is the total number of students that we have. Okay, let's compare with this other department. Okay, what happened in this other department? Why was their intake low? Or because you have the records and you can easily make comparison. Also, statistics helps to formulate, and it helps in formulating hypothesis. It helps us in by the time we get to final year, we'll do our research. Even in 300 level, we'll do research methodology, and at one point or the other we have to formulate hypothesis, either in the null format or in the alternative format. We have to do it. We have to formulate, and statistics helps in formulating hypothesis. Also, statistics helps in testing the hypothesis that has been formulated. When you formulate hypothesis and you don't test it, then probably it could be a waste. But it also goes further in helping us to test hypothesis. Then also, statistics helps in forecasting the future. It helps in predicting. It helps. There are many statistical methods that you can either go into the past or go into the future, predicting either the past, the present situation, and helps to forecast the future, to say, okay, because of the total number of students we have last year, this is the likely number of students we would have this year, and in another 5 years, this is the total number of students that will have graduated from this department or the other department. Then lastly, it helps in formulating suitable policies. Then what is the scope of statistics? Like we said earlier, statistics is vast and ever increasing, and it is not so difficult to define. It pervades all subject matter. It is involved in almost everything we do in life. It is involved in almost every field of life. So the scope of statistics is not limited. It is unlimited, because it touches almost every spheres of life, maybe religion or culture or education or adventure or the natural science or the physical science or humanities or management, or in any one you can talk of or you can think about. Statistics is ever relevant. Then what are the limitations of statistics? I know many people will ask, with all the beautiful things about statistics, there's nothing that does not come with one or two limitations, and statistics is not excluded from that, and that is why we have some limitation of statistics. One of the limitation of statistics is that statistics does not deal with an individual. Like we said, statistics are aggregate of facts. You as an individual, you can't be aggregate. So it doesn't deal with an individual, and that is a major setback for statistics. Then also, to a very large extent, statistics deals with only quantitative characteristics, and sometimes qualitative characteristics like being handsome, being beautiful, honesty, efficiency cannot be substantially measured. Also, statistics results are true on the average. They can be easily manipulated, that's the truth. So if you are not very careful, statistics results can be easily manipulated, and also they can be misused. Then statistics is only one method of studying a problem. There are other methods that you can use. Then what are the distrust of statistics? By distrust, what do we mean? We mean lack of confidence in statistical statements and statistical method. And why? Because figures are convincing, and people can easily be misled. People can easily manipulate or change the figures without knowing. Imagine I want to write 1,000 and I mistakenly write 10,000. It has happened to me severally. I want to transfer, or I want to recharge. I want to recharge on my phone, and sincerely I wanted to recharge 1,000 naira, but I had some funds or money in my account, and mistakenly I recharged 10,000, and immediately the call card alert enters. I say 10. I say yay, and somehow I start looking for someone to sell the card to, because I'll be like, what do I want to use 10,000 naira? How many years do I want to use to call and exhaust 10,000 naira card? I'm sure it will have happened to you one or two times. You want to recharge 200, you have recharged 2,000. You want to send 2,000 to someone, you have sent 20,000. Even sometimes you want to send 20,000, you have sent 200,000. I was in one of the filling stations some days back, and I had the attendants arguing that this man he was too much in a hurry. He didn't even wait. He was even the person that pressed the POS by himself. He wanted to press 7,000 to buy fuel to fill his tank, and he has paid 70,000. He didn't even wait. He just zoomed off. And the attendant was going. I said if they should relax, he will come back. By the time he sees the alert on his phone, you won't have any choice except if he's not in Ilorin. And by the time he returns back to his base, he would come back. Then also, even if corrected figures are used, they may be represented in such a manner that the reader might be misled. Those are some of the distrust of statistics. Then what are the limitations? I've said limitation of statistics. Thank you all for listening. I hope you understand. If you have any question, don't forget to put it in the question section below. Also, don't forget to watch, don't forget to share, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and follow me on all my social media handles on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I'm available on YouTube. God bless you all. Thank you.